Another child is missing.
We need a detective, Senora.
There's a violence to this case, a fury. Well, whoever they are, they will kill again.
The second season of The Alienist Angel of Darkness had a rather bittersweet yet oddly satisfying conclusion, which might not have made everyone happy. Let's break down the series finale and explain the ending. The episode 8 finale of the season 2 and probably the last season starts with deranged Libby Hitch holds a knife to John Moore's neck and demands that Sarah Howard tells him where Clara, her daughter, is. And in a panic and scared moment, Sarah does so. But John manages to overpower Libby and takes her to police precinct. However, John and Sarah did not want Libby to be tortured and they are disturbed by this news. Chrysler tells Sarah to try and get through to Libby. And finally, Sarah does that to find out that she is just an emotional, broken and traumatized woman. Sarah promises Libby that she will let her meet Clara only if Libby tells Sarah about the other child, and Libby does so. But Sarah goes back on her promise, which was a very cruel moment. Then Libby's lover Knox breaks into the police precinct, kill a whole lot of people and breaks Libby out of the police precinct. Libby goes to see Clara after they escape, but Clara is terrified of her. Marcus tries to stop them, but Knox shoots him down. Lucius wasn't able to protect his brother, but he gets his chance of revenge and kills Knox when Sarah and John were closing in on Libby. At last, Libby got arrested again. Well, that happened and Marcus's death was totally unnecessary in the series. After we move on to John, Sarah and Violet's love triangle, which took a twisted turn when we found out that Violet is pregnant. And that doesn't look good for John and Sarah's romance. Although the fans thinks that Violet is lying about the pregnancy. John always wanted a family and heartbroken Sarah bids him farewell. As for Laszlo, he spends the episode wrestling with whether to follow Karen off to Europe or not. He wonders if the institute has held him back from a more exploratory life. The kind of life he saw in just a short time with Karen. Chrysler also took his relationship with Karen a little further as he leaves for Vienna. The most highlighted moments of the ending were when Sarah goes back on her promise to Libby and again when Sarah lets go of John. Both scenes felt forced to wrap up the story as they did not fit with the character arc. But I think like all the others these days, showrunners just wants to have a shock effect on the audience rather than to give a fulfilling, closed and perhaps a bit of a happy ending. Also, these cliffhanger types of endings where if the show does good, they can revive it, otherwise leave the audience hanging in the air, are the worst ones. This ending shows that there might be a season 3, but I am not sure if there will be or I want one. That was all for the ending of season 2 of The Alienist. Thank you for watching the video, like and comment. Also, here are some more videos for you to watch.